Here we go. We're here. We're finally in Super Mario Odyssey. The greatest, well, one of the greatest video games ever made. I am so excited to be playing this. If you know anything about me, you know that my favorite video game is Super Mario Galaxy. And I don't say this lightly. This game might be at least tied with Galaxy for greatest video game ever made. So I could not be more thrilled to be playing this right now. Come back here, you weird ghost. Give me back my hat.
Oh, come on.
Huh? Wait there. Hey. Chompy.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like it. That's more my speed. So right now, we are in the Burton Kingdom. I'm gonna start a little negative. One of the few complaints that I have with this game, there are no proper ghost levels. This is technically the only one that there is, which is a bit of a shame, because ghost houses are always some of my favorites in Mario games. And the fact that there isn't one in this game is a little bit of a bummer, because that could have been the level where they introduced Luigi, and that's the other complaint that I have. There's really only two complaints that I have with this game. One is that no ghost houses. The other one is no Luigi. Where's Luigi? I need my boy Luigi. I mean, he's in it, but what I'm talking about is playable Luigi. That's why I waited so long to do this game, is because I was really hoping for a playable Luigi at some point. Because right now I'm technically breaking one of my rules of this channel by playing as Mario. You know, usually I let Hank play the Mario games while I play as Luigi. But, like, I was gonna let him play this game. See, I'm collecting coins here. I don't really need to right now. But, the coins are actually way more important in this game than they ever were in pretty much any of the other Mario games. But we'll get into that a little bit later. Pride of the Cap Kingdom. The action guide. I know already. I've played this game to death. Yes, throw Cap, I know. I could shake the Pro Controller, but it's not that useful. At least not in my humble opinion. Yay, I definitely needed that. Well, hopefully I could do a little bit more than floating helplessly and watching. I just want to point out, I almost just triple jumped off of here. I almost didn't see the switch, and that would have resulted in a big old death. Can I light these? Yeah. I don't remember if that's actually a way that you get a moon in this game, but I remember there's a lot of stuff in the Cap Kingdom that looks like it should grant you a moon, but and I did it, but it doesn't actually give you anything. Like removing all the posters, I think that might be one, I don't know. Right now there's really nothing to do in the Cap Kingdom, which is why we're going to essentially just leave. One of my favorite things about this game is that it appeals to, I would say, every kind of Mario fan. Like, I like the open world, like, Sunshine 64 style, but I also really liked the 3D Land and 3D World stages. So, when they switch to these inside bits, they're a lot more like 3D Land and 3D World than like Sunshine, and I really appreciate that. And then they're brief, but they do have some sections of 2D sections, so that appeals to the older kind of crowd of Mario fans. See, this frog looks like it's giving me an attitude. Remember, everyone was just completely freaking out when they first saw this. It's such a weird power-up. But, I mean, Cappy is super useful. Not only just for platforming, but just in general. Cappy is super useful. And Charles Martinet is pretty dang good in this game. Oh yeah, you can use the controller to jump up higher, which isn't really that useful, but it you know, gets you where you want to go. And now, one thing I think about this game that cements it as one of the best games of all time is that I don't think I've ever played a better controlling game. Like, I guess especially when you're playing as just Mario, I can't think of a single game that controls better. Some of the, like the power-ups and the stuff that you control, sometimes they control a little wonky, but, Mario controls pretty much perfectly all the time. And there's so many good, like, movements and ways to get around in the game that it's all so great. I love it. I love everything about this game. And, you know, it's just something that you don't really even think about, how great Cappy really is. You know, not only can you use him to throw him, to do that, to platform off of, it's just, he's so great. You know, he's good for attacks, he's good for possessing people, he's good for movement. Just Cappy is a perfect power-up. And it was one of those things where I really wasn't sure about how Cappy was going to turn out, like in the trailers and stuff. It didn't really sell me on it until you play the game and you're like, oh, okay, I understand, like everything he can do is pretty great. Ow. Now here's these guys who look like Bowser had a child with like a rabbit. So these guys are called the Brutals. I would like to know if they're called the Brutals because they are brutal, B-R-U-T-A-L, or if it's because they're the bridal party, and it's the, you know. So which is it a pun of? I need to know. But yeah, these guys are cool. They've got some fun boss battles. A lot of the boss battles in this game, they're really easy and they're really short, but they're fun. Again, I don't know if I'd say that they're the most in-depth of the series, but they are quite fun. Oh, that was a close one. I'm almost getting hit a lot. Alright, so that's him there. So I guess that's that, huh? We defeated them. We beat the game, right? Most impressive. And here we go. I love how humble this game is. Like, it is a big, grand adventure, but they put the title screen over essentially nothing. Where they could have put it right after the Bowser section, kind of a more grand opening, but you know, they put it over Mario, you know, going through a power line. And this is pretty much exactly where I realized just, you know, how much I was going to love this game. You know, once the music kicks in, you just go, oh boy, this is it. This game's going to be pretty special. So now we're in the first real, like, normal area of the game, where they've got purple coins, and they've got power moons all over the place. They've got a lot of coins. Usually, I don't know how I want to do this, because I want to show everything. I might not 100% it, but I'll do at least enough to get to the bonus level, the hardest level in the game. I'm going to at least try and do that, because that's a fun level. What I'll try and do is I'll probably try and get as many power moons as I possibly can first before moving on to like another world, or I guess another kingdom. The thing that I'm definitely going to try and do most is the purple coins, because they are currency, they buy costumes and stuff like that, and I love all the costumes in this game, so I will definitely... Wait, hold on, I want those coins. Coins are also actually useful for buying things in this game, which is why I think this is the first game where they're actually useful, which is really nice. They did something that I've been saying that games should do forever. That's not even today's date, is it? Oh, it is. Yeah, this game did something that I've been wanting games to do for really the longest time, and that would be getting rid of game overs. We don't need them. There's no reason for it. Get rid of lives. So here they punish you if you die, you lose coins, which is actually a penalty because you use it to buy stuff in this game. I can still fly. Just throw me on that globe. Pfft, globe. Everyone knows the Earth is flat, Cappy. That was a joke. I'm not actually a flat earther. I think they're pretty dumb. Well, I guess we need a little bit more energy. We need big dick energy. Now, I don't know actually what I can do here at this point. I think I can mainly only just get, ow. Mainly just get the moon that it wants me to get, which is kind of unfortunate. That was not the button that I wanted to press. A little bit of getting used to it. I'm gonna have to get used to the game a little bit, because it's been almost a year since I played it. I mean, I 100%ed this game, which is how you know that I knew that I liked it, because I don't very often 100% every game that I play. But you know, the exceptions are the ones where I really love them. Let's see, are there any things over here? Nope. Let's just take over this T-Rex here. Now, I think there are a few things that I can break with this. Like this here. The attack, there we go. There's a moon in there. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how many there are that I'm actually able to get right now. I don't think it's a lot. I think the game mainly opens up a little bit more when I get the multi-moons. Why isn't this guy moving? Let's see if I can do this. Damn it! Wrong button. Well, hold on, I can try it again. I want to get up there. You didn't throw his hat that time, Mario. What are you doing? I'll do it one more time. Alright, no, I'm going to do it one more time. Because I would like to get up there. He keeps throwing his hat weird. That's not my fault. I could probably even just make it up there from here. Yeah, almost certainly I can. That was a little too soon. Yeah, there we go. Not that I don't even think there's anything up here, like, of value. I mean, there's these, which are valuable. Is there a spin jump in this game? Yeah, but it's not very good. The fact that I barely even knew that there was a spin jump in this game means that it's not useful, and I've used it maybe 0 times. So let's go get that. The backflip is great. The long jump is fantastic as it ever was. So, you know, that's the stuff that you're going to be seeing me do a lot. The roll, I'm not exactly sure the use of it. It doesn't, I feel like they wanted you to be able to move faster with it, but I just don't feel like it actually makes you move faster. In fact, I'd say it makes you go slower sometimes. And see, Cappy, he's just useful all over the place. He can collect things. That's great. Flood couldn't do that. Not to malign any Flood lovers, but you know, Sunshine's a damn great game, but Flood can't do any of the stuff that Cappy does. Well, to be fair, Cappy can't do some of the stuff Flood does. Actually, that's not entirely true. Because there's something you can capture later on that essentially gives you Flood powers. Let's see, am I missing anything else? I'm doing pretty good with the purple coins. Yeah, so I would expect these videos to be a little bit longer, kind of more like the the Spider-Man videos, because this is a long game. Whoa. Yeah, it's a long game, and I don't know how I want to do this still. It's going to be pretty complicated. I might go back and forth between levels, stuff like that. Who knows? So here's the first of the side-scrolling sections. What? Amiibo. One of the things that really throws me off with the side-scrolling levels is the fact that I usually like to use... Whoops, I completely blocked myself off from that one area. I really usually like to use the D-pad to use, you know, to play... Hey, are you eating my... whatever. You can eat whatever you want. There's nothing in that. I usually like to use the D-pad to get around. But in this you can't. And usually when I try and duck, which is the ZR button, which is weird, I press down, which is the camera mode, which, you know, probably not great. I'm trying to remember, where's the second one here? Because there's usually, in the side-scrolling bits, there's 2 stars or moons per thing. And I'm probably going to just keep calling them stars. So, that's something. I don't believe I need to go up top there, so I'm not going to. Do we got anything here? Not yet. I'm assuming after I beat this boss, there should be some good stuff. Pfft, screw you, Chain Chomps. I don't need to use you. This boss is quite disturbing, because I don't like her jiggly boob physics. Chain Chompykins. It's a very disturbing boss. I'd like to know if this is a reference to the gold Chain Chomp from Super Mario Sunshine. The one that you have to, like, drag all the way over to the sauna. That was gold, correct? Or am I just completely wrong? See, I love the concepts of a lot of these bosses. Sometimes they don't work exactly as you would want them to, but the concepts are pretty great. Like, this one's really good. I like the idea of, you know, using the Chain Chomp to hurt her. It's pretty great. Arf, arf. And, you know, that's one of the things I appreciate the most about Cappy, is that, like, it lets you play, you know, quote-unquote play as a bunch of enemies from Mario games. Classic enemies like Chain Chomps and Goombas. Which is really cool. Which, you know, you're never going to get to do in any other media. Unless it's tennis, because they put Chain Chomp in that for some reason. But, like, Lakitu, Goomba. Well, hopefully that's enough now. Yeah! Got multi-moon. Yeah, see, the thing about this game is that when they send you to a new kingdom, they give you at the top of the screen there, was that like five power moons that they want you to grab before you can move on. I'm not going to be doing that. Like I said, I'm going to try and get as many as I can before we actually move on. Because I don't want to make it so, like, weird of just... Oh yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of time here in the Cascade Kingdom, then we're going to spend some time in the Sand Kingdom, then we're going to go back to Cap Kingdom, and then we're going to go back to the Sand Kingdom, but then we're going to make a pit stop at the Cascade Kingdom. But I think they're going to make me go to the Sand Kingdom right now. We have enough fuel to reach the Sand Kingdom. Let's go save those two. I do not want to select that kingdom, so we're gonna stay here. Okay, well, we're gonna stay here, Cappy. I'm sorry, I know it's not what you want. You gotta save your sister, but I, personally, don't give a crap. I don't give a fart. Don't give one single flip. I don't know how I missed those before. Unless they weren't there. Hey, Squawks. Talkatoo, sorry, not Squawks. Squawks is from Donkey Kong. Yeah, so he'll give you names of levels or of moons to get. So, you know, there's a lot going on here. I might actually have to use the hint toad at some points. Oh, Chopper. He found something now, big ol' squeaky now. You gotta respect the game, man. You weren't even born when this game came out. Oh, hold on, I gotta deal with this now. Sorry about that. He's usually fine for a little while, and then he just randomly, you know, decides to find something very, very loud to start squeaking. Yeah, I think most, if not all, of the stuff that we can do now is actually active, so... Let's see if we can jump back in here and find the other moon. I don't remember where it is, though. And if there even is a second one. But from what I remember, every single one of these side-scrolling bits, there is a second moon. Let's see. Can I jump, like, through here, or... I don't know. We'll figure that out later. Can I exit back out here? And I love how they do little 8-bit renditions of the songs that are playing. It's just so good. Everything about this game is just so good. I love that they went with is this a... yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, Cat Peach. They what was I even saying? I don't even remember. Yeah, that thought is gone. Oh, fast travel. There's a fast travel element, which is nice because some of these areas are big, and it's just nice and convenient to be able to choose where you want to go. So let's see. This one, there's definitely going to be 2 in. Whoa. Can't believe that happened. Alright, so let's see. Do I go up or down for this one? Definitely not down, because that's a death, it looks like. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Alright, so 1, I think you go over. So this should most certainly be 1 here, no? There's gotta be something in here. Huh, am I losing it? How do I get over there? I mean, I'm almost positive I can use Cappy to get over there. Whoa. Oh boy. Cappy! Let's see, what do we got up here? And there's down there. I mean, I could definitely make it down there. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wait, hold on a second. What is that over there? I see that ledge there, but I don't know how to get to it other than doing this. Yeah, why would I even want to go up there? Interesting. See, it's like, it's a whole new experience for me. I haven't played this game in about a year, so... Alright. So yeah, this should lead me to the second one. Oh, or coins. Alright, so now it's gonna make me leave, and I'm gonna have to do all that again. Or do that. That's very nice. That's nice game design there. So that I don't get stuck. Alright, let's go back in and get to that other spot. Down there, yeah, I know how to get to that. That's easy. Can't even pretend that that's a challenge. Come on. I'm a master gamer. Let's get rid of that. Bring you down here, sir. And that. I'm gonna pretend that I meant to hit him that second time and stop him. Just so that I can pretend to be cool. Oh, didn't mean to jump there. I mean, I did mean to jump there. I'm a master gamer, don't you forget. I love how vivid Mario's sprite is here. I think it's from Mario Maker. But yeah, it's really, really nice. It just, everything about this game is pretty much perfect. That's all I've got to say on the matter. Going down.